Hello there, it's Sean and welcome to this week's live training, The Complete CEO. I've spent some time to put together this series of content because of the clients that I'm currently working with and the conversations that come up when I'm coaching them or when some of you message me in my inbox, and the things that come up repeatedly, especially over the last 5 months in 2023 when I took a short break. I received so many questions, so many concerns, and it really is a sign, like a mirror of myself in my very first business, teaching martial arts for 10 years. I had to teach it physically. I had to teach it under someone else's umbrella. And sure, at the point when I first started, I was young and working for others got me the experience. It gave me a platform for me to get good at my craft. And very quickly, I started to have my own kind of awareness in the market. Like people will know that, oh, Sean teaches martial arts in Singapore. Let's check out his blog. Let's check out his school. Let's attend one of his free classes. And I realized that, okay, I kind of have my own brand within someone else's brand. I kind of have something good going on, and I was still in university, and I was able to have enough students to pay for all my textbooks, all my travels as a competitive fencer, whatever I needed in school, and up to the point by the time I graduated, I had like enough classes. I realized I can just continue to do this full time, and in fact, I didn't even care so much about graduating by the time I got to graduation. And the only problem that I had in that business model was that it was purely physical. And let me know if you relate to this, but it gets to a point in your business when you find yourself having to physically repeat certain things again and again and again and again. Like for me, it's like, keep your hands up, keep your hands up, keep your hands up, keep your hands up, right? Put your feet here, put your feet here, put your feet here, put your feet here. And over time, I was like, why am I repeating all these things again and again? Like, can't the student have something to at least watch before they come to class? And so I can work with them, on the more advanced stuff and, use our time more constructively. Can't they watch this on a webinar before signing up for my classes or joining my program? Like, where are all my assets, right? Where's my members area? Where's my digitalized asset? Where is my marketing? Where is my sales? Where is my offer? I had nothing at the time, and it felt so backward. A young man in his 20s, but not understanding the internet. How can it be, right? So I was like, no, I have to learn, right? And I didn't learn in time. Eventually, I was so burnt out in this one-man business that I had to shut it down, and I knew the root cause was I didn't understand 3 things: offer creation, inbound marketing, and high-ticket sales. These are the 3 things that I'll be focusing on today. And you got to understand that without understanding these big 3, the big 3 pillars of today's training: offer, marketing, and sales. Offer, marketing, and sales. What's going to happen is when you say that, okay, I'm ready to step out now, I have a set of skills, I can help people with fitness, with health, with wealth, with love, with something, I think I'm good at it, I'm ready to launch it, I'm ready to monetize this skill that I have, I'm ready to take it online. But every time I go online and I check my social media, I check my feed, I check my YouTube, it's like digital chaos. How many of you feel that way? By the way, if you're watching this live right now, drop a like in the comments. Let me know who you are, where you're from, what is your business about, or what is the business that you plan to create. And if you're watching the replay, which several of you will be watching that down the road, feel free to chime in as well. Share what is your business about, and let me know if you agree with this when you go online and you scroll and everyone is teaching a different thing. Join my 5-day challenge, do a 5-day challenge, do a free challenge, and then buy my value stack of 12 things that are super valuable today, and if you don't buy, they're gone. And after you buy, you will still never touch it because it's going to be 12 gigabytes of videos that you'll never have time to finish watching, sitting in your hard disk. And all these things, webinar, funnels, ads, TikTok, or everything, when did we ever have the time to implement? So of course when they sell to us, it's value for money, but I mean, it's value for money is one thing, but did we actually have the time and the understanding and the practice and the mastery and the internalizing to say, okay, I got it. I just need, out of all the 100 things that I bought and downloaded, I just need 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 in my business and I'm good. How many of us actually get to that point of simplicity and our business becomes our best friend and ally that we look forward to meeting every day when we wake up? We are comfortable, we feel safe in our business, we look forward to talking to our clients, we look forward to creating the next piece of content. We are aligned in a business that has the simplicity we need for us to be at our best financially, emotionally, spiritually, health-wise, physically, socially, everything. The sweet spot. How many of us actually get to that? Because that is my definition of a complete CEO. Is it really about revenue size if you don't have the profits? Is it really about having a big team if the real root cause is you're not really effective and you're trying to compensate with a numbers game? So you have to be really honest with what's really happening, and it's one thing to compare revenue size, right, awards, but hey, what's the profit you keep? What's the time you have left? What's the health and mastery and all those really important things that count? What's that's left at the end of it all? If you have, expended $999,999 to make $1 million, then did you actually make $1 million or did you just make $1? In fact, a lot of the companies I know look really great on the outside and it's all going through deficit. So to me, a lean business that you're happy with is the price. A lean business that you're profitable with is the price. A lean business where you have your time, and most importantly, you feel so fulfilled, so happy, so grateful to have this business, and you can create multiple offers. You can have different business units. Like now I have multiple business units myself, but every single one of them exists because I asked myself, if I already had all the money I wanted, and the reason I'm creating all this is purely from me, from my heart, and from me wanting to create what I feel should be left behind in this world, what would I create? I realized I would create the complete CEO. I would create the complete closer. So I hope you understand that when I share all this, it's the genesis, it's the why I'm doing this training today. And I hope that you can absorb as much as you can and implement it in your business. Okay, I also need you to understand that, so far if everyone is following, let me know, type a following in the chat. I hope you're taking notes because there's going to be a few concepts that we're going to cover today as well, and I do hope to see your notes, your reflections, your questions. Please just reach out on social media, wherever you can find me, and let me know. The main thing that I hope you can take away today is the close method. This also is my signature program. It's the name of my program, it's my core framework, it's what I have to offer, and yes, there's going to be a pitch at the end, and I want to let you know what this whole thing is about. It's the close method. It's everything that I stand for, and I believe it's my hard work the past 6 years working from the bottom up as a copywriter, as a seller, as a closer, and it hasn't been easy because most, if not all of these are in the US time zones, and I'm based in Singapore. So I work really hard to move up the learning curve, and the fruits of my labor is now the close method. And this is a different way of looking at the CLOSE, and the reason I want to show you this circle is because not everyone is perfect. We try to be complete, but not everyone is perfect, and there's a difference. First of all, I believe that every business has these 5 pillars. More, you can give it different names, you probably learn the same thing in a different form, but essentially we can always narrow it down. Like when I look at anyone's business, they come to me and they say, hey, I want to launch my business, or hey, can you look at my offers and my marketing? I really, when you were young, have you ever played games or video games where maybe it's a soccer game or football game or whatever, and when you scroll through the different characters, you'll see that each character has their own like ability map, and it looks like a web, right? Some players are very strong with offense, and some players are very strong with defense, and some players are like very well-rounded, right? And we're always trying to kind of get all the best players. So we as business leaders, we have our own attributes as well, right? Some of us are extremely clear what we want, why we do it. Some of us are natural leaders, and then some of us kind of like are a little more awkward with sales, or we take a longer time to understand marketing, or some concept is harder for us to grasp. So we try to have a complete business. We try to be as complete as we can, and that's just us being responsible and professional, but no one is perfect. So different people watching this training will resonate more with certain pillars, and then some of you will be like, what the hell is he saying? And then some of you will be like, hey, I really need this. So do your best to understand why I classified these 5 pillars as such, and let me know which pillar you are fully able to understand and relate, and let me know which pillar is like, hey, it's a bit too abstract, like can you break it down more for me? And let me know your where you're at when you're learning through these things, so I also know how to further personalize this for you to make the best out of this concept. And the first one I'll start with is clarity. In fact, I think I have spent a lot of time, actually the past 10 minutes, everything I said is clarity. To really explain this in the simplest form, because when I was doing this slide, I was like, oh my god, I have a ton of stuff to teach, but how would I simplify it? I think if I just had one sentence to say it, I would say that the way I define clarity is you mastering your why. A lot of coaches are experts in a particular method or a combination of methods, right? But you got to understand that methods come and go. Industries get disrupted, things change. What you're good right now might not be the case in 2 to 3 years to come. People might come to you right now for those how, right? But even before you start that business, you should really understand why you started it in the first place. And a lot of people will say, yeah, of course I'll do it to have a better life, to make money. And I think those are good reasons. But I'm going to need a deeper layer of that, because I fundamentally believe that we are all here for a purpose, and I feel like every one of us came down into this 3D world with a gift inside of us. And some of you already found your gift, some of you are still searching for it, but I believe that fundamentally every one of us has that gift, and I believe that it is our mission, our purpose, to take that gift, develop it, polish it, achieve the transformations that we are here to achieve, and then pass it on and give that gift to someone else and other people and pay it forward. And I think our online business is the vehicle to carry on that transformation. This is why I do what I do. This is my clarity. What is yours? If you teach human design, why? Do you fundamentally believe that everyone has a right to understand themselves? Is it because something happened early on in your journey and that became your superpower? It's like, I'm going to help people know themselves. Or if it's trading, it's because, yes, sure, you're good at numbers, you're good at analyzing patterns, you're emotionally consistent and all that. But did you get into trading because when you first experience it, you just know that this is where I'm in the flow. I know that this is my game, and I know that if everyone were able to master this skill, they will not just have a better income, but they will be masters of their own emotion. They'll be responsible for their own logical thinking, calculations. Okay, I'm not a trader, so I don't know what I'm saying, but I think you kind of get the picture, right? This inherent why that drives you to do what you do is your clarity. And you might be thinking like, why is Sean spending so much time talking about this? Because you'll be surprised that in the CLOSE, I've worked for so many businesses, so I see all the behind the scenes thing, as a copywriter, as a seller, as a closer, that you don't see on the outside. On the outside you see, wow, the marketing is fantastic, right? But a lot of teams you join inside, you see the drama, you see the lack of leadership, and it all stems from the leader. And a lot of these leaders are super strong in their L, in their O, in their S, in their E. But if you ask them, why do you do what you do? They don't know, they don't want to say, they haven't thought of it, And eventually you can see that over the years, their external structure might become stronger and stronger, but inside, like, things start to happen. They just lose themselves along the way. And I've seen a lot of business owners cross that line and they just stop. It's like, I don't even know why I do what I do anymore, and I'm just doing it to keep it going. I'm doing it because there are people that depend on it. I'm doing it because I guess this is the only thing I know how to do. But do I want to do it? I don't think I want to go there. I don't even know why I do what I do. So there is no L, there's no S, there's no O, there's no E in my close method. There's none of that if you don't even know why you do what you do. Okay, so everyone's why is different. And once you're able to understand that, okay, I do this because I believe that I'm here to bring out my best. I'm here to bring out the best in my clients, okay, for whatever reasons, your own personal reasons, and that is like your core essence. That's who you are in your core, right? That's your spirit. You take away your body, your bones, your meat, your muscle. That's you. That's your unified belief. That's what you stand for. That's your essence. The next level of clarity is, are you just keeping it inside of you, and then you show up in your 9 to 5, you show up in your job, or you show up in your business and you're like, I'm not really expressing it in my business. It's kind of like I have all these beliefs, but when I work, I'm a different me. So then there's no harmony between who you are as a person and who you are as a professional. And I believe that for us to achieve the alignment that I talked about in the beginning of today's training is that I expect what I do in my work to be aligned with who I am. And I think that is very important for my mental, emotional health, for my well-being. If I believe in all these things, I need to do it professionally. That's my own belief. You don't have to use my belief, but in my experience, when I didn't have that harmony, it's very painful for me because I show up and I don't even believe in what I do, right? Now, if you actually have the first two layers, the third and fourth layers come very naturally to you because you're just flowing from your truth and people can feel it. Your competitors right now, they might have a better image, they might have a better reputation, they might even have a better, superior technical product. But over time, you are going to win because they're not going to be able to sustain, especially when they don't have direction, they lose their clarity. Like I said, some people reach that point and they never recover from it. But if you are aligned, you find that good stuff just flows from you. People want to like your content. People want to comment on your content. People want to message you and say, I want the thing you have. I want to attend your event. I want to buy this thing from you. Because you're just in the flow, right? So clarity is everything. Only when you are clear, then you can lead. This is the L in the close method, right? Clarity followed by L, leadership. You have no clarity, how can you lead? Because you might say, Sean, I don't really see myself as a leader. Maybe that's my role, but that's not my identity. Well, if you are here and you have your own business or you plan to run, who is the leader of your business? Who is the leader of your business? It's not me, right? It's not your family. It's not your client. Who is the leader? You are the leader. And guess what? No matter who you hire, no matter how big your team is, no matter what kind of business partners you have, if you are the owner and you are the leader of your business, everything else, your offer, your marketing, your sales, your whole team, your audience, your prospect, everything is going to be a mirror of you. Okay, just look at all the businesses that you might have worked inside before. Okay, think of the companies that you worked for before. Look at the leader. Do you realize that when the leader has X in their paradigm, you realize that the whole company mirrors that? When a leader is decisive, he is strong, you see the culture is stable, people are they work well, as a positive energy. When the leader is indecisive and they kind of are a certain way, realize the company is a certain way as well, right? So the energy, it just bleeds over to everything, starting from who? The leader, which is you, which is me. Who are you? If you do entrepreneurship, this you will be fully exposed. There's nowhere to hide. All your pains, all your fears, all the chaos, you just be prepared to be fully exposed, right? And die several times just to build a business. The real you will emerge. There's no hiding. That's why all of us come here and do this, right? Because we want to be in charge. We want to be in control. We want to have the freedom, right? But you can't have it both ways. You can't say, I want to be the boss and I can't handle the pressure. You are going to meet the real you. And if there's no hiding, then you might as well show up as your best, right? Because if not, just take the easy way out, go and work for someone else, which I think is super tough. But who are you as a leader, and who are you showing up in your life? But there's two parts to us, right? When we talk about leading ourselves, because all leadership is self-leadership. And how do we lead ourselves? We have the conscious mind and we have the subconscious mind. The prospect comes to you, your client comes to you. They listen to you consciously. They justify things consciously. But pretty much everything else that's happening is subconscious. Between you and them, internally within you, internally within them, it is all from the subconscious. You know what else is in the subconscious? Habits. You know what's inside the habits? Beliefs. So as you go through this journey as a leader, I like to see that this is like peeling the onion, yourself, okay, ourself, myself, one layer at a time, one layer at a time, one layer at a time, until you see all our beliefs, positive beliefs, empowering beliefs, beliefs that can help people, the best of us and also the worst of us, our limiting belief. Oh, I can't charge at a certain price. I don't know if I'm confident in closing high ticket sales. I don't know if I'm built for sales. I don't know if I can be an entrepreneur, right? All these beliefs along the way is all going to fall out. And once again, there's no hiding because it's going to spread everywhere. And no amount of no amount of structure is going to block this energy from the leader. So if you want the ideal partner, you got to fix this. You got to be the ideal partner. You want a good team, you got to be a good leader. You want X, you got to have X. You want your team to show up, communicate clearly, know what to do. It has to start with you because this thing will keep spreading. So I stopped complaining as soon as I realized this pattern. I was like, it's definitely coming from me. I definitely have to take ownership. Some way, somehow, I manifested it. I allowed it to happen. Right? And sometimes if I'm being honest, I can directly see how I'm creating my own problems. Right? When you have clarity and leadership, okay, then we can talk about the big three: your offer, your marketing, your sales. I want to talk about offer right now, and it's a perfect time to talk about it. So many people, when I say, because they'll tell me, hey, my marketing needs this, I need this sales system. I say, can I have a look at your offer? And when I look at the offer, I just know that the offer is either not there or it's not clear, or worse, it's not validated. Validated means there's been a significant amount of money spent by the market because people vote with their wallets and they say that what you have, I want. I not just want, I'm willing to pay. And I'm not just willing to pay, I'm willing to pay high ticket to buy what you have. And it happens enough times at about the mark from 30K to 50K cash collected, you know that, oh, I have something that people really want. I know what they're saying. I know what their pains are. I know what they need. My offer is validated. And a lot of times people skip this thing. I don't know why, but they just skip this thing and they think, oh, it's a marketing problem. My marketing department is not doing da. Oh, I have a sales problem. I need to hire a sales guy. Really? Because in its simplest form, in its rawest form, if you describe what your offer is, I help appointment setters find qualified offers, high ticket offers to close and make consistent 3 to 5K every month. I help remote closers make consistent 7 to 9K every month, finding a high ticket offer and then close remotely for them. When you go to a setter and closer, like for me in my remote closing business, when I go to my prospect and I say that, do they say, ooh, that's interesting? Do they say, oh, that's a great offer? Or do they pay? Once they pay, you know that you have hit the sweet spot in the market where people want what you have, they're willing to pay, they're easily identifiable, and it's a growing market, and there's the sweet spot, and then they already paid, so it's validated. But when it is not validated, it's not a marketing and sales problem. So sell it in its simplest, ugliest, rawest form before you even create. Okay, then all of your marketing and sales are just an extension. They're just an expression of this core offer. Okay, I'm going to explain in detail in the next slide. But for now, I just want to say that without this phase, okay, skip this at your own risk. If you're not clear what I'm talking about, or I'm not explaining it very well, comment below or reach out and say, can you explain again what you said about this validated offer, because I'm not sure if my offer is validated. If you are not sure if your offer is validated, I think there's a high chance it is not validated. And so all the work that you do every day, I post content, I go live, I built this funnel, I ran ads, no results. Well, what is that? That's called directionless drive. I'm going to explain more in detail. Essentially, I've spoke to people before and they told me that, Sean, I don't have my 6-step thing. Okay, what is the 6-step thing? The lady was trying to tell me that is her offer. She don't have her offer. Okay. Another person said, I wish I validated my offer first. Okay, if there's anything you can take home from today's training, just understand that without a validated offer, your entire business has no real foundation at all. Very painful to realize when you've already, gone 1-2 years and it's like, did I validate my offer properly? Right? Otherwise, you just work and work and work, but why? Okay, it has to work on a foundation of the sweet spot that I talk about. Now, let me walk you through the precise how. Okay, I use my closer business as the example. Okay, your offer. Okay, this is two sides of the same coin. Okay, let me explain. If I go to my ideal client, a seller or closer for my closer business, right? Ideally, they could be saying a ton of things. Oh, mindset, beliefs, habits, guaranteed placements. Like, these are the stuff they say, right? And ideally, I can actually address all of these things, right? But I don't. I won't. Why? Because when I create my offer, it is a strategic piece of the market that I have chosen. A strategic piece of the market that I've chosen. I've acknowledged that I can't serve everyone. Not the tech guys, not the insurance guys, not the property guys. It's appointment setters, it's remote closers. This market, I'm very confident. Why? Because I'm them. I've lived through for 6 years, full-time, no base salary, started from the very bottom. I know the entire thing because I've done it from the very bottom. I know what they say and I can help them. And what's the first thing they say? I'm in a 9-to-5, right? And they want out. Because why? Income ceiling. What's the next thing they say? I want to find an offer to set and close for. Or sometimes even the copywriters, right? I want to write for you. And then what's the next thing? Oh, I landed an interview. Do you pass the interview? Yes or no? I passed. I need more sales calls. I have sales calls. I can't close consistently. I can close consistently. I can't step up and be a sales leader. I can step up and become a sales leader, but I'm burnt out. I can't become a 6-figure closer. I can't hit my income goals. When I validated my offer, at first I didn't know what to say. At first I didn't know what to create. At first I didn't know what my offer should be. And I talked to enough people to realize that, wait a minute, they're all kind of saying the same thing over and over again, just with slightly different words. So what do? I say, okay, strategically, since these are all the main places you're going, well, guess what? My first part of my offer, and this can be whatever, can be your module, can be your webinar, can be your sales page, whatever. It's your entire system. This is like your inbound content formula. This is the formula where everything in your business, from marketing to your offer, is structured. Why? Because it stems from your ideal client. I'll help you transition. You are in a 9-to-5, I'll help you transition out. You can't find an offer, I will help you to brand yourself so that you attract offers to you. I can't pass the interviews, I teach you influencer attraction. I can't book more sales calls, I teach you strategic setting. I can't close consistently, I teach you strategic closing. I can't step up and become a sales leader, I teach you the complete closer. Right? And the end goal is the same. We will meet here when you hit your income goals, okay, whatever that goal is. So my offer essentially helps you to hit 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 core milestones, and your offer will have the same. If you don't have this formula, first of all, you don't know where your clients are going. Today, someone puts up their hand and say, hey, you, I want to work with you one-on-one. I want to join your group program. I want to pay in full. I'm your dream client. But hey, where are we going and why? And you're like, I'm going to give you this, right? My question to you is, first of all, is it what they need? Is that how they say it? Is that how they experience it? Or is it just how you think you want to sell? Because this is like a key to a lock, 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 a key to a lock. And your offer is the master key that says, I will help you unlock all these key problems that you're currently going through. So ideally, when you present your offer, first of all, they just say, oh my God, this is me. How do you know? Oh my God, that's exactly what I'm stuck with. Hey, you are reading my mind. Hey, this is exactly what I need. And then you ask them, so do you see that what I have in my offer matches what you're looking for? If they say, oh my God, I wish I had found this yesterday, then you know that your offer, first of all, the messaging is validated, and secondly, you have something that hit the nail on the head. Until you sort this out, don't waste your time building funnels, ads, TikTok, webinar. Like, why you build all those things if the essence of your formula is not even established, right? Once it is established and you've already sold your first 30 to 50k worth of sales, profit, cash collected, now you're ready to ramp this machine up, and then now we can talk about marketing and sales. Now is the time to talk about marketing and sales. In essence, okay, my formula is the 4C method. 4C: content, conversation, call, and close, right? This is a whole different thing for another day, but essentially I want to take your focus. When I say sales, I mean this part of the process. Specifically, how you're having conversations with people. And you know what? I actually don't care what kind of conversation you have, as long as it is a conversation. Even if you're replying on comments, even if it's an old school forum, even if it is Facebook Messenger, even if it's a comment on LinkedIn, even if someone texts you because they watch your story on Instagram, even if someone sends you an old school SMS, even if someone faxes you a document, even if someone sends you a flying pigeon with a message roll under its feet, as long as you're interacting with someone in some way, shape or form, you are talking to that person, and that counts. That counts because the fact that someone wants to talk to you says a lot about the content that you have been putting out. If you are the one chasing, that means this thing here, you're not doing it right. Okay, and I covered this in my Edge training, I think 1 or 2 weeks back. So you can just look for that Edge training. Today I want to focus on the setting and closing, because this is what directly brings the revenue in. So sales is 2 parts, setting and closing. Okay. I had a ton of things that I want to talk about setting. And then I realized that it's all already inside my strategic setting program, so I don't want to overwhelm you with all the how. I already have it sorted out in that program. If someone were to ask me, just explain this simply to me, I would say that it's not about the steps, it's not about, hey bro, let's hop on a call. A lot of setting coaches, they reach out to me and they teach setting, right? But whereas they're spamming me like, hey bro, just bumping this up, and then they send me a GIF and they send me a GIF and they send me a GIF. I'm like, are you sure you teach setting? Because like, this is spam, you should be the spam coach, not a setting coach. Because when you set, what are you doing? Essentially, think about it, you're selling the person on why they should meet with you, whether online or offline, doesn't matter. I prefer online, but you're essentially closing them. You're not pushing them, you're not forcing them, you're not manipulating them. You're selling the value of, here's why you need to meet with me. Like after this training, if you reach out to me and you say, Sean, I'd like to have a call with you, I will personally help you one-to-one in a laser coaching session for 30 minutes. And I promise you, I'm not going to pitch you anything. I'm going to do my pitch on this video today, but on the call, I won't pitch you. I won't sell you. If you fill out the form and you qualify, I will give you a one-to-one 30-minute laser coaching call with no pitch, no catch, except that after that, when I help you win, I want your permission to be like Lauren here, to let me share your success as my case study, to show that I'm good at what I do. What do you think of that? If you think about this offer that I just given you and you say, wow, well, after this training, I think I'm going to reach out to Sean and I'm going to book that call with him. What have I just done? I have just sold you the value of the call, right? I did not use a script. I did not even, I'm just thinking like what would benefit you, right? And what would make sense for you to do the call with me. I'm not like, hey bro, let's hop on a call. You don't want to do it? That's fine. I don't want to make you feel pressure or that kind of thing. I want you to see that this is truly for you. There's no pitch, there's no catch, and down the road, whenever you want to become a client, that is you have all the space and time you need. It's all yours. Right? This is my gift to you. I don't expect to take without giving first. But so many people are teaching the setting is, hey, how's the weather, right? Hey, you're based in this country. Hey, bro, just bumping this up. That's not setting, that's spam. Okay. Same. The essence of closing is not, hey, say this, or if he say that, then you think your prospect never done a sales course. Like all the courses you take, your prospect probably bought the same thing before. You know, now it's 2024. Everyone can go to YouTube and search. Like all the courses you've taken, what makes you think your prospect never took those courses before? They're probably a better salesperson than you, right? So, in my philosophy, the essence of closing is to sell the value this time, okay, of the decision. Because once your prospect has the decision, I tell you something, okay, there's nothing you can do to stop the prospect. Even you give them objections, they are going to knock it down and say that, well, here's why I need to get into your program, because da 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 da. So I don't want to teach you objection handling. I don't want to teach you like emotional response. I don't want to teach you like the 15 mysterious tonalities and the 21 voice boxes that you can throw at your prospect, because I think fundamentally, like when someone really wants to go out with you and give you their time, right? You guys know what I mean. Like, they make it very easy for you because they want it. And when your prospect really wants your business, they make it really easy for you because they want it. But then the question is, what makes them want it? I think it's three parts. First of all, is your prospect sold on the problem? Let me rephrase that. Can your prospect sell you on why they have a problem and why it must be solved now? Second, can your prospect sell you on your process? Like, can you explain to me what is the 4C method? Can you explain to me what is an offer and why we must validate it? If when you get on the sales call and you can't explain it to me after watching this, and I have to do another 1 hour of a webinar on my sales call with you, what just happened? I just wasted so much time because I don't want to do my marketing on my sales call. So when I taught the AIDS training last couple of weeks, the essence of it is that before the call itself, your prospect should know everything. Just give full transparency about everything they need to know, so that if we ever have a conversation, I actually have it on this slide here. If we ever have a conversation, it's going to be a client conversation. There's no dancing around, there's no jamming back and forth. I know a lot of people teach setting, it's like, hey, let's just jam, let's just chat. I don't want to chat, I don't want to jam. I want you to know that I'm good at solving something, and I outright let you know that if you want to do business, this is what I have. Okay, so don't waste my time, don't waste your time. A lot of you watching this, you're solopreneurs, you're one-man businesses. We don't have time to chase. We don't have time to do a webinar on every sales call. Can you imagine if every sales call I have to do and teach this thing again? Okay? I won't have energy to do calls every day. Okay. So, edge is such a big topic for me that I actually spent an entire training last couple of weeks just zooming into this. But again, if someone, can you just explain edge in the simplest terms? I will say that it is your inbound marketing formula. Inbound, just because I said just now, right? We don't have time to chase. We don't have the energy to chase. Our content, our static content should be our static 24/7 unmanned marketing and sales executives while we sleep, while we spend time with our family, while we go work out, while we go spend time doing nothing. Our content should be doing the marketing and sales for us. Do you agree? And they should bring people inbound so we don't chase. And you know what auric means? It just means derived from gold. Okay, AURIC. And I tried deleting like one of these alphabets and I cannot. I need all 5 to be there. How does your message and your content get absorbed? Not by you, but by your audience. Okay. And what's unique about you? So in the end, your client will say, hey, I'm looking at 3 different options and why should I go with you? What's relevant to your clients? Relevancy is everything in life. You are here because you believe that what I have is relevant to you. And if someone's not relevant, you're just going to go to someone else who's more relevant. And this thing has to bring your client inbound. I have an entire mechanism called my bear method, my bear system that brings people inbound, right? And it's not just enough to bring them inbound. You need to contain them. And I know this a lot to start up, and I don't expect anyone to just like remember all of this. So screenshot, take notes, but when this starts working for you, you will know why I put on this slide. And let me simplify it a little further. This is the best system I talk about, right? This is what brings them inbound, captures them, keeps it relevant, keeps you unique. Everything that you have on your social media has one purpose, right? It is to converge in your irresistible lead magnet or lead magnets, right? So that they enter your containers. How many of you are in my email lists, in my Facebook group, in my Telegram chat, in my WhatsApp community, in my Messenger? Like, all these are containers because in there I own the traffic. I have a launch coming up, I can let you guys know. I want to teach something, I can let you guys know. But here is different. I don't own the traffic here. Here they're just in the beginning. You might have seen a reel from me. You might have seen, hey, who is this Sean guy teaching marketing, teaching sales? Okay, next. And then next week, oh, it's Sean again. What is he doing? Oh, he's talking about stuff again. Okay, next. Oh, it's Sean again. He's going live. He's talking about marketing. And so, you know what? Screw it. He has an ebook. Let me download the ebook. And then you fall in here. And then you get hit by my email sequence. And then, okay, it's time to have a launch, right? And then you hop on. And now you're a raving fan and you look at all my products. And I help you win. And I take your wins. I put it back on my social media. And the cycle repeats itself. The problem is that a lot of the business owners that I worked for in the past, they all have this revenue chase syndrome. They only focus on this part and they say, I want sales, I want sales, I want... You want the fruits now. Did you plant the seed? You plant the seed. Did you water and nourish and nurture the seed? Did you have a time for harvesting and then seeding and then nurturing all year round? So you don't have a big fat month in March and then April, May, June you are empty and then you're like blaming your salespeople, blaming your marketing, like, hey, where are my revenue? Where's my revenue? Where's my revenue? The whole farm needs to be growing all year long. This is my bear system. This is your edge. Okay? This system, okay, I know this is all very long and technical. Just understand that this system ensures that by the time someone comes in and they ever message you, they attend your event, they talk to you, they already know you're extremely good at it, at a certain thing, and you have something to sell, and I'm here to ask you about it. I'm not here to jam, ask you about the weather, waste your time and all that thing. It is very important, especially for solopreneurs, lean businesses. We don't have the capacity to play the numbers game. Okay? So every other coach that doesn't understand edge is chasing, is focusing on the how, is just obsessed with some fad, and they're just lost in the ocean, just generic bear, right? But when you really understand the bear system, you are not just unique, but your prospects look at you and they're like, you have built this amazing farm for me. I'm not a client yet and I'm already benefiting. I'm not ready to be a client. I'm really not ready now, but I've been consuming your stuff, and there might be other companies that are bigger than you, but I see you for who you are, and what you have really inspires me, and I really want to have what you have, and now it's just not the right time. And you don't have to overcome any time, money, spouse objection. They know they want to get in your program, and they're going to overcome it. They're going to put the money together. They're going to close their spouse. They're going to make it happen. And so you are this golden bear, right? Because Auric is gold, and this is a golden bear. This is you. Okay, so CLOSE. With my limited time today, I've done my best to just give you a overall perspective on what I feel completes a business, completes you as a leader, completes you as a CEO. You take any one of these pillars out, you know what happens? Okay, let's focus on the O and the S and the E. The marketing, the sales, and the offer. The E is the edge. The edge is your inbound marketing. These three are the biggest problems that I see in businesses. A lot of them only have one or two, if not none of the three circles in offer, marketing, and sales, and so it becomes very lopsided. When a company has no marketing, they only have sales and an offer, they don't dare to market, or they don't know how to market. So it's like no one knows about them. They are a hidden gem. A hidden gem. The companies that have marketing, have an offer, but they don't know how to sell. It's untapped potential. All the deals, all the clients is left on the table. Untapped potential. And then those that are really good at marketing, really good at sales, but for whatever reason they did not validate or create the right offer, is all that force going down the drain. I call it directionless drive. And how am I deriving all these things? This is the complete CEO blueprint. With a complete CEO blueprint. Every company should have the sweet spot right in the middle. Okay, your offer is how you validate it and how you deliver. It's very important to deliver value for your clients. You know how many of those programs that we've joined and we wanted to learn from the coach, but after we joined, the coach is not there. He hired someone else to teach, and that person can't teach, or the person is not as good, or the person is just telling us, generic things like, sales is easy, we complicate it. Hey, think out of the box. Hey, you can do it. What did I pay you for, right? So it's very important to deliver on what you promise. Then your clients will come back. Then you have a good reputation. So your offer is not just validating. It is the entire, even after you close the person to join your program, you still continue to close them to get more and more and more results. Okay, so offer is your two parts, validation and delivery. Your sales is your setting and your closing. Your marketing is your inbound content formula. It is your edge. If you miss one of the three, it's going to be very lopsided, and there's a lot of problems that will come out as blind spots in your business. And it's like, I work so hard, I don't even see the results, and what's missing, I don't know. This is what's happening. So one of it is not there, and then it's causing one of the red things to happen. And if it's a blind spot, it's going to take a long time for you to even realize and then make changes. Okay, so this is the complete CEO blueprint. And if you understand the core pillars and you want to implement this for yourself, this is what I have to offer. If you click in the link in the description or the button you find below, you will land on this page. It's the complete CEO bundle. For $497, you will get access to my close method, strategic setting, strategic closing, and strategic branding. Strategic branding is still on the way, but I'll walk you through what's inside. And the main one right here is actually the close method. And this is where you'll see the CLOSE that I walk you through today. The 5 pillars are right here, and each of these modules I do a deep dive into the why, the how, the what, and the most important things are actually all the hands-on, the implementation, the practical building of your business model. These are all the tools to implement what I teach, because the theory is not sufficient. You actually need to build the assets so that while you sleep, your CLOSE continues to run, and that is a complete business for you. And this is the strategic setting training. Basically, when you create all this content, people are going to start coming in towards you, and you need to know how to engage them and build this to the point where once and very quickly it's going to start to overflow. Like your inbox is going to overflow. So where are the touch points? How to track your numbers? What is the psychology behind it? How do you not sound like every other setting coach? How do you not sound like every other appointment setter? It's very important to have your own style and engage in a way that makes people feel like I came to you as it was the right thing to do. And most importantly, why this is important is because you're going to do it for a while, and I need you to just be decent at it. So as soon as you find that, oh my god, my inbox is starting to overflow, which is a good problem to have, it means that you're doing this thing right and people do want to come to you, that's when you very quickly need to hire an appointment setter. Or maybe you already have one in your business right now, but you need to train that guy or girl. You need to know that you can't be the one doing the work. You need to now take a step back and make sure that you hire the right people to book calls, to keep the machine moving, to hit the targets you want to hit, and how to just be a better leader from there. Same thing with the closing. You don't have to be the best closer in the world, but you do need to be decent enough to know that what is the strategy when I talk to someone. It's 2024, or whenever you're watching this, everyone already knows that when you meet online, it is a sales call. So let's not dance around and just outright acknowledge it. I'm here to just talk about my program, and it's a fit, that's great. If it's not a fit, let's see what else can work for you. And what is the flow to make sure that there is consistency throughout the process? And once again, why do we want a consistency? Because eventually you're gonna get to a point where I might be really good at it, but I don't want to have to be the one doing all my sales calls. Like, you're gonna have to hire a closer very soon, because your setter is gonna book calls, and your closer needs to be as good as you. Because if you can't lead, you can't demonstrate, your closer is gonna be like, you know, how am I going to do this, right? So you're going to make them feel secure and say that, look, you gotta have to be better than me, because the bare minimum, this is how I've made it work before, and you can't be worse than me, right? I hired you, you can't be worse than me, you're a specialist, right? And here's how I've done it, here's how you can do it. So essentially, strategic setting and strategic closing not only give yourself the blueprint, but it gives your future team, or the team that you already have, a systemized method to attack the game, so that there's no random variables, there's no, you know, trial and error, there's no like messing around. Like, this is a proven system that already works, and you just need to pass it on to your team, but make sure that you kind of just get at least decent at it. And Inner Fire is my mindset program. I don't talk about this a lot because there's really not much time for me to go deep. This is a whole different beast altogether. But essentially, when people come to me with beliefs and doubts, and it's like, it's not that I don't know how to set, Sean. It's not that I don't know how to close, Sean. I have all these programs already, but I need the confidence, and I need the direction, and I need the strategy, and I need the belief. Okay, Inner Fire is something that I created specifically to unleash, that's exactly it, your inner fire, and just awaken that thing in you that you know you have, and you've been trying to bring it out. I think if you know what I mean, you know what I mean. So that's what it is. And I put them together. There's one more, strategic branding, which is on the way. And you can just study all this first at your own time. And anytime you have a question, I think I've included a one-to-one laser coaching call, because I don't just want you to study this thing. I want to check in with you. I want to make sure that you're taking the best of this and implementing for your business. And I don't want to give you 500 things that you never touch. I just want you to complete your CLOSE and take the shortest path to the biggest victory that you have, using the most lean and strategic method, so you don't waste any more time, you don't waste any more energy, you don't have to go around the internet, collecting everyone's techniques and everyone's specialty to say, hey, what's going to work for me? Okay, so as long as you complete your CLOSE, you are a complete CEO. Okay, and you also get 1 month of Telegram access to me. Whatever you need, just voice note or voice note back, and whatever you need, demonstration tool or whatever, I'll just send it over. I want to make sure that you feel that you're getting something that can unlock the next level of potential in your business. And I don't want you to feel like you're getting more. I want you to feel like you're leaning down, you're deleting all the things that don't work for you, and you're going straight for what fulfills you, what brings in the revenue, and what you know you're capable of. And now is the time for you to make it happen. If you want to speak with me, so this is the link. It's completecloser.com/bundle. It is completecloser.com/bundle. You should see the checkout page here, 497. Any questions, just let me know. If you want to speak with me personally, just hit seansena.link in your browser, and you should arrive at my booking page, and just pick a time to fill out the questions, and then we'll talk. So as always, I hope that today's training brought you the clarity and the understanding you were looking for. I hope now you understand my vision and my concept of the complete CEO, and why I believe everyone has the right to be a complete CEO. Until next time, it's Sean Sena. Any comments, questions, feedback, send them my way, and I will see you very soon. Cheers.